it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Block working out of the gun. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brashad Perriman, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Minshew and the Jags now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's taken down inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed.
And he coughed it up. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And that will be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jackson. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Jones. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
The ball carrier
decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
3rd and 4.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Minshew and Shark on the hook up their 1st down, Jacksonville. Minshew sets to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
And it's up and good.
Score Jaguars 14, Steelers 7. Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Locke. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings. For some reason, it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I could be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Going deep for Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
To number 14.
Stephon Diggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Zerline good with a PAT. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Here we go, D.
On second down now, it's Jones. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big third down play there for the Jags. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, D-line.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Big stop, dude. Big stop.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Jaguars 21, Steelers 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me wasn't Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, Pakistan.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Locke. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Going deep for Diggs. Oh, so close to an interception. Read that beautifully. Got his hands on it. Couldn't get it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
Locke will try again on 2nd down. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Again, it's Locke. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Minshew. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Push him back. 55 is my guy, 55. Hey.
It'll be Minshew again. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well.
The 29-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Minshew, 1st and 10. That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a first down carry by Jones. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
We ain't giving them nothing to go. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, check one. Watch 55.
Now Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st down, Locke. He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Brashad Perriman. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
It is good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He's past the 30. He will score. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and they will take a 7-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this carries into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jones on the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residence.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Locke. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Lock going deep for Diggs. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
On Diggs. Incomplete.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either...
It's a foot race. The 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Ronald Jones, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And a Steeler first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On play action, Lock going deep for Diggs. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
To
Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2. Lock going to throw. The quick slant caught, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Score Jaguars 35. Steelers.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a first and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They'll run it with Jones. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Locke now on 1st down. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Jags grab it. Taking it right down Broadway. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
For Jacksonville.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Locke working out of the gun. He'll find Lindsey here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Here's Locke to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
1 yard. First down, Pittsburgh.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Fournette, a first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
39-yard line.
From the 39, Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Locke to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Throw left side complete. It's Bell. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, that's a sight that we've been used to seeing throughout his career. A catch and a first down for Le'Veon Bell. For a number of years, he was the gold standard in the NFL for running backs catching passes out of the backfield. He had 66 catches last year, which sounds like a down number because his high water mark was 85 in 2017. When he's full go, he's a handful for any defense.
Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter.
At the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Jones. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Rush in.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
17 yards.
From the gun, it's Locke. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He's brought down by...
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Locke again. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Turnover on downs.
Let's go now. 15-1.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. He's at the 30. 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Down. 10 logo. Protein spill. Hey, foxtrot.
Minshew sets to throw. Looking long for Thomas. It got his man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action, it's Minshew. He's going to go up top again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Derwin James with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 score.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver.
That'll bring up 2nd down.
Down and 10.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Down and 11.
This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 34. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And his throw here is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quan Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 2-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the 7th-year running back, it's Le'Veon Bell. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
You know, I would be really happy after that play. The offensive line. To be able to create space in that situation when everything's jammed in and everyone knows you're going to run it, that's a big-time play.
Because you're probably just thinking, hey, let's get to the 4 or 5 and get some breathing room, right?
That's all you're asking for. That's all your punters ask.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the rookie from Cal, Ashton Davis.
By the Steelers. They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.